Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. Today I decided to share how I got my period back, and I just want to make a disclaimer saying that this was my experience. I am not a doctor, and this is what helped me and how I approached the recovery and what I would advise my friend if she asked me like how to get it back. I would say these things. So I'm not going to go into all the details of why I lost it and how I lost it. I think that calls for another video, but it's definitely something that I think a lot of girls are not doing, which is under eating, overtraining, living a very stressful lives with all this hustle culture. We've been kind of pushing ourselves, our bodies to act like athletes, to act like men most of the time, that don't have hormones, don't have this, cycle every single month. And I think that's very unhealthy. And I honestly really, really wish to see more content around this topic and around how to actually act, how to actually be like the best woman that you can be, with all the things that come with being a woman, which is having your period, and being in your feminine energy and balancing both worlds in this crazy world. And yeah. When I decided to deal with this problem was end of last year, which is 2025, December 2025. But I want to quickly just give you a picture of how my life looked like because it's really important for the later. So I was in Barcelona and I was modeling. I started modeling and I started living a very, stressful life. I mean, I've been living my stressful life before. I was traveling a lot and all of that, but this was like even more extreme. In December, I came back home to Serbia and I went to see a gyno, and I was like, okay, this is what's happening. I know I've been neglecting this problem for a while, but I really want to deal with it now. Now, shaming this woman till the day that I die because she didn't take time to explain to me what's going on with me, why my body is like this. She didn't ask me a single question. She was like, nothing. She just looked at me and she was like, you need to stop exercising and here you go. Go take these hormones. I felt it in my gut. That's not the right way. So I was like, you know what? I'm actually going to think about this more. So January hits, I go offline. My decision was to go offline completely for 3 months. That's maybe something you didn't know about me. But from January until end of March, I was completely offline. January hits, and I'm like, okay, I have an option to take these hormones, or I have an option to maybe wait and kind of like go to multiple different doctors and see what they tell me and all of these things. So I start asking around. I've been looking into all these different things, but nothing really seemed to be right. I knew I had to eat more, definitely, and I started eating more. But I came back to Barcelona and I continued working. I continued modeling. I continued, being very stressed, not having regular meals, skipping meals. I was traveling from one city to another. I was like constantly under this stressful lifestyle. And this is why when girls on TikTok ask me like, "Oh, I've been eating more but I still don't have my period." Yes, because it's not just about food. It's not just about your intake. It's about your body being in survival mode, which is caused by your stressful lifestyle as well. So in order to fully recover, you really 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 need to take it seriously and change your lifestyle together with your eating habits and your movements and stuff to actually recover. This is just like quick little intro that I've tried eating more but still living a stressful lifestyle, and I saw it led me to nowhere. I knew my body wasn't recovering and I was still deeply obsessed with it, with food, and it was really bad. And I was like, okay, what are my options? My option is to continue modeling, stay in Barcelona, continue modeling, continue with this lifestyle, but then I'm never gonna recover. I was like, okay, now I'm just gonna go back home. That was my first thing. Like, I knew I had to go back home to my parents' house, to my childhood bedroom, to an environment that felt safe to me. Random hotel rooms in Valencia are definitely not safe. I was like, okay, I'm gonna go back to Serbia and I'm gonna stay in Serbia until I just recover. That was my conscious decision that I had to make. And I came back home to Serbia and I put myself in quarantine. I literally said to all my friends and to myself, I looked at myself in the mirror and I was like, you are not traveling anywhere. You are not going anywhere. You are not sleeping in any other bed other than your own. You are gonna be here, have a routine, and calm the fuck down for 2 months minimum. That's where my full recovery started. These are some of the rules that I kind of had for myself during my recovery. Also, another disclaimer, want to say that I had a call with a nutritionist. She's from Serbia. So if you're Serbian, let me know. I'm going to give you her Instagram. I also think she can because it's online, we had a call. I told her all about my problem, and she basically I just trusted her so much because she was looking at me, she was writing it down, but she knew what the problem was. And she's like, I have tons of girls coming to me with the same problem. And I was like, okay, I feel like this woman knows what she's doing because of the experience she had with all these other girls. And she's like, don't worry about, she was very chill. She was like, don't worry about it. We're gonna figure it out. We're gonna get healthy. Like, you're not the first one or the last one to come to me. So like, I know what to do. What she did is basically she gave me like a food plan, like a diet that I should follow, but like more like a food plan. And like, if you ask me right now, she didn't tell me anything that I didn't know before, but she emphasized that breakfast, lunch, dinner, they have to be at the same exact same time every single day. No skipping meals. This is so important. You cannot skip meals. And I said this in my TikTok. I'm going to say it here as well. Your body is stressed. Your body is in survival mode. It thinks it's lacking food, like it's trying to survive. Now what your body needs is safety. Safety and routine. It needs to trust you again and trust that it has food and fuel all the fucking time, okay? So, absolutely no skipping meals. You're stressing your body again. It's testing you right now. Like, it's testing whether it's safe to calm down or not. So no skipping meals and having protein, fats, and carbs with every single meal, especially dinner. One thing that I didn't know, and the skinny talk will never tell you, is that carbs are so important for your cortisol. They lower your cortisol. So in the evenings, when you don't eat carbs, your body is stressed. Also, one more thing that she told me is to double the fats. She's like, okay, your body right now, your fat percentage is lower than normal, and now you need to reverse it, get it like up. So I would tell usually a normal person to eat this amount of fats, but you need to double it. For example, if someone is having full eggs with yolks, not only egg whites, in the morning, that's a normal person. You need to add more fats, like avocado as well on the side. Or if you're having salmon, which is also very fatty, you should also have a salad with olive oil, So double the fats with your food in the beginning, in the first month, in the first 2 months, something like that. I was following this diet, and I was very religious when it comes to this. One thing about me is if someone tells me what to do, I will do it. I will trust it. I will do it. And I will not try to outsmart the person, and I will not try to wingle my way around. If she told me, eat it like this, I'm going to eat. That's it. Also, another thing that was really helpful for me, and the second thing that I would advise you to do, is supplementation. When I had a call with this nutritionist, before her, I was taking ashwagandha, I was taking a vitamin D, I was taking like a bunch of supplements on my own. And she told me, like, girl, first of all, stop everything that you're doing. Ashwagandha is not going to help you right now. Your body's shut down. Like, your body is in survival mode. It's shut down. The processes are shut down. You're not having your period cycle. And ashwagandha is very adaptive. So if your body is shut down and slow and like not working properly, it's going to make your body even slower. And then if your body is working properly, then it will make it work better, so it's very adaptive. Right now, ashwagandha is not going to help you. Like, it's actually doing the opposite. Stop taking it. She told me, stop taking it. She looked at my blood tests and she saw that I am missing calcium in my body, which bone problems. She gave me calcium as a supplement, vitamin K, but because it helps absorb the calcium. And she gave me omega-3 to drink as well. One more thing, which is also really important, is magnesium. I started taking magnesium before going to sleep every single night. Sorry, guys, I had some technical difficulties. My SD card was full. I had to wait for my sister to go get me a new one, blah, blah. It's like 5 hours later, but I'm determined to finish this video. Okay. Okay. And I touched up on sleep. As I said, like taking magnesium was a game changer for me. Again, give it a shot. Like you need 5 days in a row to take it like every single night for you to actually see the benefits. For example, my mom was telling me like, start taking it, start taking it. And then I took it for one night and I'm like, Mom, my sleep is worse than it was before. And she's like, just give it a chance. Your body needs to adapt to it. And she was right, as always. Mothers are always right. So as I started like taking it, I saw like the biggest change ever, and now I'm addicted basically. Also, one more thing that I started practicing for sleep during my recovery was meditation before bed. And I know that this sounds like a whole bunch of crap. I didn't believe any of this. I was basically like constantly not against meditation, but I was like, no, that doesn't work, blah, blah. But I also didn't give it a chance. So when I started recovering, like, honestly, it was super hard mentally, super hard. And before this recovery, I was like, not really religious. And I didn't have like one thing that I believe in. It was like constantly jumping from one thing to another. And my mind was just going through a lot. So I was like, maybe I should start meditating. Maybe I should start like trying to, calm my mind, go to my soul, try to connect to my body. And it worked, guys. It worked. It was the best thing I ever did because I actually understood what meditation is. It's not trying to control your mind. Like before, I would like try to meditate and try to visualize or force my thoughts or force like a certain way of thinking. But no, like now I understood that meditation is about just when you sit down and you focus on here, you focus on your heart, you focus on your soul, you focus on being aware, you just like shift your focus from your thoughts to here and try to stay in this state as long as you can. I don't know if that helps, but I'll also gonna leave some meditations in. I'm gonna leave some links in the description below of meditations that I was listening to constantly. Now, when it comes to movement, I also get a lot of questions about this. I just moved from like high cortisol workouts and like forcing and pushing and being in this constant state of stress and masculine energy during my workouts to like slower, gentle, low cortisol workouts. So I stopped doing cardio. I stopped like training to, destroy myself. I basically just started like focusing on the softness and the flow and the movement. I was doing a lot of Pilates, a lot of yoga. I also did like strength training, but not a lot, like maybe once or twice a week. And it would not be like destroying my body, it would just be like activating my muscles. And a lot of walking, like nature walks in general, on a treadmill, whatever. A lot of the period loss and your body's in a survival mode is tied to being constantly in your masculine energy. And what recovery is trying to do is like reverse it and put you back into your feminine energy. And I remember making like a clear goal for myself for this year to be more feminine. So yeah, just anything that's like gentle. Another thing that I was very like strict on during my recovery was my lifestyle. As I told you already, the biggest part was going offline. When I turned down that noise, I could be aware constantly, and then I can be aware of my sensations in my body, in my life. I was focused on my life, on my relationships. It helped me so much. Like, I cannot recommend that enough. If you're in a position, please consider doing it. Apart from that, I was also, focusing on hobbies. I was like thinking, okay, before I had this problem, before I was in the state of constant stress, of, I'm running out of time. I need to be a billionaire by 23. I need to hustle. I need to work. Like everything nowadays on social media is portrayed like you basically viewing yourself as a project, and you viewing yourself as like, and you're trying to optimize yourself and trying to make you the most productive you can be. But hello, hi, we're human. Like, that's not the point of life. It's not to constantly optimize every single thing you do in your life, but also focus on your soul, what you enjoy to do, because that's life, right? That's when you're present. Everyone's trying to be present, but how can you be present if you're constantly treating yourself like a project? If you want to be present, just think about things that make you present. When I'm hanging out with my friends and when I'm playing board games and when I'm doing all these things, I am present. I'm in the moment. I am enjoying. I'm experiencing. I'm laughing. I am being the happiest I am. And when during this recovery, I also realized that, when I'm playing the piano, when I'm horse riding, when I'm walking like those are the things that I truly enjoy doing. Having an espresso and talking, gossiping to my friend. Yes, this is really important. Not for me to be better or to earn more money. It's for my soul. And this is what like European people do the best. And I feel like this hustle culture came from America, because like the only thing they do is work and go to sleep and work out. That's it. They're focusing on their mind, like productivity, business, everything that engages their mind. And they're also focusing on the body, but they don't focus on the soul. They don't do things purely for enjoyment, soul filling things. Like, for example, Italians, what do? They go to work, but at 1, they're going outside. They're having lunch outside when the sun is out. They're having a glass of wine, even though maybe it's not good for your body, or it's good for your soul. To be outside, to be with your colleagues, with your friends, to have lunch, to relax, to enjoy life, And those are the things that make you less stressed. And then they go back to work. Maybe they could earn more money if they worked for those 2 hours, but they don't want to do that because they are not going to wait until they're 50 to enjoy life. They're going to enjoy life every single day. And that's what I admire, and that's what I want to be. And that's how I imagine my best version of myself. Filling all these different things, my body, my mind, and my soul. Long story short, that's what I was focusing on in my lifestyle, trying to go back to the things that keep me present and that like let me enjoy life. All of these things were lowering my cortisol, were making me happy, were making me less stressed, and therefore they kind of speeded my recovery. Last but not least, which I'm going to touch upon, is mindset shifts that I had to go through. And I didn't decide like, oh, I'm going to shift my mindset and that's it. No, it happened naturally and gradually during my recovery. I needed to unlearn everything. And I needed to learn how to trust me and my body again. The reason I was in that cycle, the reason why I was counting every single thing, I was afraid of gaining weight, that kept me in this mental cycle was because I was trying to control myself. But recovery is learning to let go of that, let go of control, and trust your body. Trust your intuition. Trust your needs. Your body speaks very loudly if you just listen, but you don't listen. You try to ignore the signals from your body, and you are trying to tell your body what it needs. No, your body is going to tell you what it needs every single day. You just need to listen and trust it and go with the flow. Sometimes you're going to wake up and you're going to feel tired and sore and not well, and that's your body signaling you, I need rest today. You don't push yourself because you're disciplined. You listen to your body and you're like, okay, body, today we're going to take it slow. But then some days you wake up and you're super energized. Even if you didn't sleep well, you're super high on energy. You push yourself, you go, you move. Sometimes you want to eat more. Sometimes you want to eat less. Sometimes you want to eat sweets. Sometimes you don't want to eat sweets. It's like everything is happening for a reason, and all the signals you're getting are there for a reason. You just need to listen and move with your body. But you cannot hear those signals unless you get rid of the noise, which is let go. Let go. Take a step back. Be like, okay, this is my mind. My mind was here. And my mind was constantly telling me, oh my God, you're going to, I started my recovery and my mind was like, oh my God, you're going to gain weight. Oh my God, don't eat this. Don't do that. Go move. All these thoughts that I had for a year and a half before. And I was just like trying to detach myself from my mind to look at it and be like, okay, you say whatever you want. You can say whatever you want. I know what I'm doing. And I trust the process. I trust the universe. I trust my body that it will be fine. So whatever you say, I'm not going to act on it. I'm just going to stay consistent, do the things that I know I'm supposed to do, which is follow everything that I already said. And I know I'm going to go back to normal. And that's exactly what happened. It was hard, guys. Do not expect this to be easy. Why? Because no one is here. I cannot tell you, you're going to regain your period in exactly 30 days. Maybe it won't. Maybe it will take 3 months. Maybe it will take 2 weeks. You never know. And that's the hardest part, that you don't know if you're doing everything right. Because I used to go up to my sister and tell her and my friends, I don't know how to do this, because the recovery is asking for me to do nothing. And what I know how to do is act. I know how to track calories, be in a deficit. And I know that if I track calories, if it's in the deficit, if I work out, I'm going to lose weight. But recovery is not like that. It's like you can eat more, have a low stress lifestyle, try to, follow all these steps that I said, and you might still not get it. So no one can tell you if you're doing it right or if you're not doing it right. You just need to trust. You basically just need to trust. My advice is just to really, really, really stay consistent and not relapse. That's the only thing that I was focused on during my recovery, to not relapse. Even if I overate, even if I was whatever was happening, even if I was seeing that I'm gaining weight, I was not relapsing. I didn't allow myself. I was mentally strong to not allow myself to relapse and to trust the process, because I knew, and this is what I also want to mention, this is temporarily, okay? You're gonna gain weight and you're going through this recovery, and it's a recovery for a reason. It's not a permanent thing. It's not like you're gonna gain weight and stay that weight and never lose it again and you're gonna hate your body forever. No. And that's what I'm trying to do on TikTok now. I have been recovered now for 6 months, and now I feel strong enough to slowly go back to my old body in a healthy way. And as I said, I want to be your example that this can be you. So this will be you, but just give it time. I'm gonna make more videos. Please tell me in the comments below what you want to hear. Maybe if I didn't explain something in detail, if you have more questions, what specifically are you interested in? I know how many girls are struggling with this, and I know that all of us, we want the same thing. We are all the same. We want to be happy in our body. We want to have we want to love how our bodies look, and we want to feel confident, but we want to be healthy and free. That's the goal, right? That's the goal. Please share your experience. Please share your story. It will be beyond helpful for someone who's struggling with this. I know how much I needed to see something like this while I was going through it. So yeah, I really, really hope that this was helpful, and I really hope that you make the right choice and that you decide to go in recovery and to do this, because I cannot explain to you how much better I feel now than 6 months ago. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.